Have you ever paused and thought, I wish I could stay calm, no matter what life throws at me? Not just calm but strong, centered, and clear-headed? The truth is, peace of mind isn't luck, it's a practice. And the ancient Stoics knew this well. They didn't just react to life, they prepared for it. They trained their minds like soldiers train their muscles. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, they weren't just philosophers. They were warriors of thought. And their daily affirmations weren't feel-good quotes, they were tools. Tools to sharpen the mind, tools to build resilience, tools to keep your inner world steady even when the outer world is in chaos. In this video, I want to share with you 12 Stoic affirmations, simple yet powerful truths you should tell yourself every single day, not just to survive, but to thrive. Because life is unpredictable, but your response? That's always in your control. So let's begin together. And maybe, by the end of this video, you'll see your life a little differently. Have you ever done everything right and still didn't get the outcome you hoped for? Maybe you worked hard on a project, showed up with heart and effort, but things just didn't go your way. That's life. And it's one of the hardest lessons Stoicism teaches. We don't control the outcome, we only control our effort. Epictetus once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." And that's not weakness, that's real power. You can't stop the rain from falling, but you can choose whether to stand and curse it, or walk with purpose through the storm. Imagine this. You give your all to a job interview and you don't get the offer. Does that make you a failure? Or does your preparation, your courage, your clarity that you gave your best still hold value? When we focus on what we control, our choices, our mindset, our energy, we free ourselves from anxiety over the rest. That's not giving up. That's choosing peace over chaos. That's Stoic strength. And it starts with 5 words. I control what I do. You know that sinking feeling when something goes wrong? A missed opportunity, a failed plan, a door that slams shut just when you thought it would open. Yeah, we've all been there. But here's a thought, what if that problem wasn't meant to stop you? What if it was meant to shape you? Marcus Aurelius once said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." That's not just poetic. It's practical. Obstacles aren't dead ends, they're detours designed to teach. A failed relationship? Maybe it taught you boundaries. Losing your job? Perhaps it woke up your resilience or led you to something better. Even small things like traffic delays, disappointments can be quiet lessons in patience, presence, or letting go. The next time life hits you with something unexpected, try asking, what is this trying to teach me? When you shift your perspective, the pain doesn't vanish, but it gains purpose. And suddenly, life stops feeling like a series of punishments and starts becoming one powerful classroom. There are moments in life that feel like too much. The bills pile up, the pressure at work tightens, someone you love lets you down. And in those moments, it's easy to believe you're not strong enough. But pause for a second. Think about everything you've already made it through. The nights you didn't sleep, the times you wanted to give up but didn't. You're still here, still standing. That's not weakness, that's proof of your strength. You don't have to fix your entire life tonight. You don't need all the answers right now. Just take one small step. Maybe it's making a phone call. Maybe it's getting out of bed. Maybe it's simply breathing. The Stoics didn't teach that life would be easy. They taught that you could be steady even when life isn't. True courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward while fear stands right next to you. So when it gets hard, and it will remind yourself, quietly but firmly. I can handle this. Because you always have. You ever let one small thing ruin your whole day? A car cuts you off. A coworker sends a passive-aggressive email. Someone says something that just ... lingers. And suddenly, your mood shifts. You replay it over and over in your mind like a bad movie on loop. But here's the thing. That event didn't last long. Your reaction did. Seneca said it best. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. It's not what happens. It's what we tell ourselves about what happens. We can't control rude people. We can't stop bad news or erase friction from our lives. But we can stop renting out space in our heads to things that don't deserve it. Next time something irritates you, ask yourself, is this worth my peace? Most of the time, it's not. Your calm is your power, and every time you choose to respond instead of react, you're reclaiming it. Don't hand over your inner world to every passing mood, comment, or mistake. Breathe, let it pass, and remind yourself, nothing can upset me unless I let it. Let's be honest, approval feels good. A compliment, like a nod of agreement. But when we begin to depend on those things to feel valuable, we lose something deeper, ourselves. You are not your likes. You are not someone's opinion in a comment section. You are not defined by who praises you. And you are certainly not defined by who misunderstands you. Marcus Aurelius once wondered why we love ourselves more than anyone else, but care more about their opinion than our own. That's a heavy truth, isn't it? Think about it. Someone disapproves of your dream, your voice, your pace in life. Does that change your value? No. But it can feel like it does, unless you choose to ground yourself. Measure your worth by your courage to keep going, by the kindness you offer when no one sees, by the effort you give when no one claps. Everything else? Noise. And you don't have to let noise rewrite your story. So today, if the world feels loud, just remind yourself, what people think doesn't make me who I am. How often do we miss the moment we're living in? You're eating dinner but already thinking about tomorrow's meeting. You're with someone you love, but your mind is somewhere else scrolling, planning, worrying. And before you know it, the moment is gone. Marcus Aurelius wrote, confine yourself to the present. Not to limit you, but to free you. The past, it's memory. The future, it's imagination. But right now, this moment, this breath, that's all that's real. And it's more than enough. There's beauty in noticing the warmth of your coffee, the sound of a breeze, the look in someone's eyes when you're fully present. We chase peace like it's a place to arrive at, but it's actually here, waiting for us to pause and see it. So the next time your mind runs ahead, stop, breathe, and say gently, right now is all I have. And in that small sentence, you'll find something big, yourself. Let that one sink in for a moment. The world doesn't owe you comfort. It doesn't owe you praise, fairness, or even understanding. And honestly, that's freeing. Because the moment we stop expecting life to be fair, we start seeing how much we've already been given, not owed given. You woke up today. That's a gift. You had a chance to try again. Another gift. Every kind word, every smile, every moment of peace, none of it guaranteed. All of it bonus. But when we carry entitlement, everything good feels late, and everything hard feels unjust. It turns life into a list of unmet demands. But when you let go of that, something shifts. Gratitude takes root. And suddenly, life feels richer, not because you got more, but because you stopped expecting everything. So the next time life feels unfair, try asking, was I promised this? The answer might humble you, and it might also heal you. Because at the end of the day, I am not owed anything isn't a loss. It's a path to deeper peace. It's easy to forget this, especially when you're good at what you do. You've built experience. You've survived pain. You've overcome things most people never see. But even Marcus Aurelius, yes, the emperor of Rome, called himself a student of life. If he could stay humble, so can we. Every moment, every person, every setback carries a lesson. But here's the catch. You can't learn if you think you already know. Ego says, I've got this. Wisdom whispers, what can I learn here? Maybe that argument taught you patience. Maybe that mistake taught you compassion. Maybe even boredom has something to teach you, like the value of stillness. The people who grow the most aren't the ones who shout the loudest. They're the ones who keep listening. So when you feel yourself needing to be right or prove something, pause, take a breath, and say it quietly, but clearly. I am a student, not a master. Because that's how real mastery begins. You scroll through your feed and it hits you. Someone's getting promoted. Someone's buying a house. Someone's smiling in Bali while you're reheating leftovers and questioning your life plan. But here's the truth. That's their race. And yours? It's just as real, just as valid, even if it's slower, even if it's quieter. Social media shows us the highlight reel, not the behind the scenes, the tears, the doubts, the waiting. You only see the finish line. You don't see the miles they crawled through to get there. Perfection is a myth. Progress, that's real. And your journey, messy, honest, unseen, matters. It's not supposed to look like theirs. It's not supposed to be measured in likes. So when that voice says you're behind, ask it, behind, compared to who? Because the only finish line that matters is the one you define for yourself. Walk, crawl, dance if you want to. Just don't stop. I run my own race. And that's enough. Not everything needs a reaction. Not every comment deserves a comeback. Not every battle is worth stepping into, no matter how loud your ego whispers. Don't let that slide. We live in a world that rewards quick reactions. Clap back. Prove your point. Show them you're not the one to mess with. But here's a truth most people miss. Peace is more powerful than proving a point. Just because someone throws a spark doesn't mean you have to light the fire. You don't owe your energy to gossip, drama, or every opinion that bumps against your boundaries. And silence? Sometimes silence is the loudest answer. The kind that says, I see it. I just choose not to carry it. Your energy is sacred. It fuels your purpose, your relationships, your healing. So protect it. Ask yourself, is this worth trading my peace for? If not, walk away without guilt. Because knowing when not to fight, that's strength. I can choose what deserves my energy. And that choice can change everything. Let's face it, there are days when motivation disappears. You're tired, annoyed, maybe even resentful. And in those moments, it's tempting to skip the gym, send that angry text, or break the promise you made to yourself. But here's the thing, moods come and go. They're like weather, unpredictable, temporary. Your values, though, they're your compass. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, especially when you don't feel like it. It's choosing to be kind when it's easier to be cold. It's keeping your word when no one's watching. It's doing what's right, not just what's easy. Anyone can live by their values when life feels light. The real test is who you are on the hard days. And when your choices align with your principles, not your emotions, you build something rare: integrity. And peace tends to follow that kind of clarity. So when your feelings pull you in every direction, stop and remind yourself, I live by my values, not by my moods. That's how you stay true, especially when it's hardest. That traffic jam, training. The missed call, the delay, the unexpected bill, the hard conversation. Also training. You see, life doesn't wait for perfect conditions to test you. It tests you in small, inconvenient, everyday moments. Not to punish you, but to prepare you. Every time you pause instead of reacting, rep. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, rep. Every time you breathe through frustration instead of exploding, rep. Just like building muscle, mental strength grows from repetition. And most of that growth happens when no one's watching. The Stoics understood this deeply. They didn't ask, why is this happening to me? They asked, how is this shaping me? So instead of resisting every challenge, what if you welcomed it like a coach handing you one more set? What if you saw every tough moment as practice for a stronger, steadier you? Because with that mindset, nothing is wasted. Every moment counts. Every moment trains you. So when life feels heavy, just remember, everything is training, and you're getting stronger with every rep. These 12 Stoic affirmations, they're more than just words. They're mindset tools, anchors for your day, armor for your inner world when life tries to shake you. You don't have to memorize them all. Just start with one. Let it guide your mornings. Let it ground you when things feel heavy. Because small shifts in perspective can lead to massive changes in peace. So let me ask you, which one spoke to you the most today? Which one do you need right now? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know. And if this brought you clarity, strength, or just a moment of stillness, don't forget to hit subscribe. There's more timeless wisdom waiting for you right here. More reminders that you are stronger, wiser, and more capable than you think. Until next time, stay grounded, stay growing, and remember, the world doesn't shape you. You shape how you meet the world.